Things have officially taken a disturbing turn in the Bronx, and if you're a Yankees fan, buckle up, because this latest development might leave you shaking your head in disbelief. We're not talking about a slump or a tough road trip. This is about a troubling shift in mindset from the front office just days before the trade deadline. And if Brian Cashman doesn't snap out of this conservative mode fast, the Yankees' hopes of being serious contenders in October might evaporate before they even get a chance. A new report from a well-connected MLB insider has painted a picture that's anything but optimistic. According to the source, the Yankees are technically in buying mode, but they're nowhere near as aggressive as many expected, especially after they opened the season by storming out to a massive division lead. That lead gone, and so, apparently, is the urgency. The report says a full-on fire sale isn't happening, but it also made it crystal clear that decision-makers in the Yankees front office aren't exactly pushing all their chips to the middle of the table either. That hesitation, that lack of commitment, could be disastrous. Let's not forget who we're talking about here. This is the New York Yankees, a franchise that has, for decades, built its reputation on boldness, on aggression, on doing whatever it takes to bring a championship back to the Bronx. And yes, recent years have seen the team fall short of those lofty expectations. But fans always held on to hope that the front office would go big when it mattered most. The trade deadline has historically been that time, whether it was adding a high-end starter, a dominant bullpen arm, or a clutch bat. This team used to move like a juggernaut when reinforcements were needed, but lately, not so much. The past couple of seasons have seen the Yankees make a few small moves, maybe add some depth pieces, maybe plug a few holes, but that's been it. And every year, fans are left asking the same thing: where's the blockbuster? Where's the statement move that says, we're all in? This season seemed different. At least at the start, the Yankees were rolling early on, and the assumption was that they'd be aggressive at the deadline to push for the World Series. But now, not only has the team cooled off, but so has the front office's urgency. Take today, for example. The Yankees made a couple of moves, acquiring Ryan McMahon and Ahmed Rosario. Now, on paper, those are solid additions. McMahon fills a major need at third base, and Rosario brings versatility as a switch-hitting utility player who can cover both infield and outfield spots. McMahon has already shown flashes, including a two-run double in his debut. But let's be honest, these are appetizers. These aren't the main course. These are set-up moves. The kind of moves you make right before you go out and land the big fish, or at least that's what we thought. But based on this report, it sounds like the Yankees might be stopping here. And that's where the concern really kicks in. Because here's the truth, this Yankees team desperately needs help in the rotation and, maybe even more urgently, in the bullpen. The starting pitching behind Carlos Rodon is inconsistent at best, and the bullpen has gone from reliable to downright alarming in the span of a few weeks. Just take a look at the numbers. Over their last 85 innings, the Yankees bullpen has given up 68 earned runs. That's a 7.0 ERA. That's not just bad, that's historically bad for a team with championship aspiration. As one source put it, that's not just a slump, that's an abomination. And when you start breaking it down by individual pitchers, it gets even worse. Take Luke Weaver, for example. This was a guy who showed real promise last postseason and looked like he might be a key piece in 2025. Early this year, he even looked better than Devin Williams at times, but then came the injury. And ever since he returned, he's been a shadow of the guy who had fans chanting his name just a few months ago. The command is gone. The velocity is down. His breaking stuff isn't breaking, it's hanging. And when you hang breaking balls in the majors, you get punished hard. Weaver's last 7 games, 1 win, 1 loss, a 4.3 ERA in just 8 innings, with 4 earned runs and 3 walks. Expand that to his last 15 games, and the picture gets uglier. 11 earned runs, 13 hits, 5 walks, and a ballooning 6.46 ERA. Those aren't numbers from a reliable setup man. Those are numbers that get you demoted, not trusted. In October. And it's not just Weaver. Other bullpen arms that started strong have faded badly. Tim Hill, Ian Hamilton, Jonathan Loaizaga, guys the Yankees were counting on, haven't been getting it done. Injuries have played a part, sure, but the guys who are healthy have not been pulling their weight. And now, instead of targeting proven studs to stabilize the bullpen, the Yankees seem to be eyeing under-the-radar names that fit the analytics profile, a move that has become all too familiar under Cashman. One of those names is Jake Bird from the Colorado Rockies. Statistically, on the surface, he has some intriguing tools. Over 53 and a third innings this season, Bird has a 4.05 ERA and a 3.09 FIP, with a strikeout rate just under 27%. So yes, analytically, there are reasons to like him, but the production, that's where things start to unravel. His last 7 games, a brutal 16.88 ERA, 10 earned runs, 14 hits, 2 walks. Last 15 games, a 9.6 for ERA. That's not a typo, that's a real number. So the question becomes, what are the Yankees doing? It feels like, once again, the front office is trying to outsmart everyone instead of paying a premium for reliable, proven arms. They're hunting for diamonds in the rough, guys who fit the spreadsheet, but not necessarily the box score. And in theory, yes, that can work, sometimes. But when the bullpen is melting down and your World Series hopes are hanging in the balance, is that really the time to be bargain hunting? Meanwhile, some big-name relievers are reportedly available. And if the Yankees are serious about competing, these are the arms they need to target. We're talking about elite-level bullpen arms like Ryan Helsley, Emmanuel Clays, Mason Miller, Johan Duran, and David Bednar. These guys aren't just good, they're dominant. Pairing someone like Helsley or Duran with Devin Williams would instantly transform the Yankees' bullpen from a liability into a strength. But of course, talent like that comes at a cost, and the big question is, will the Yankees be willing to pay it? Because here's what it all comes down to. The margin for error in October is razor thin. One bad inning can end your season. One weak bullpen arm can cost you a playoff series. And right now, the Yankees don't have enough reliable options to survive those kinds of high-pressure moments. If Brian Cashman doesn't address this, and soon, the team could be looking at another early exit. We've seen this story before, a Yankees team with high expectations, solid talent, but just a few pieces short. And instead of making the bold moves to complete the puzzle, the front office plays it safe, adds depth, looks for undervalued assets, trusts the process, and then October comes, and it all falls apart. The fans are tired of it. This team has too much talent to let it go to waste. Aaron Judge is still in his prime. Carlos Rodon has been excellent. Anthony Volpe is emerging as a star, but they can't do it alone. They need help, real help, not just roster filler. And maybe, just maybe, the time has come for the front office to get out of its own way. Analytics have their place. They've changed the game and helped teams find value where others don't look. But championships aren't won in spreadsheets, they're won on the field. In the pressure cooker of October, when the lights are brightest. And every pitch matters. You need dogs, you need killers. And right now, the Yankees bullpen doesn't have nearly enough of them. The clock is ticking. The fan base is watching, and the pressure is on. Will Brian Cashman step up and make the kind of moves that signal this team is serious about winning? Or will we see another deadline come and go with a few minor additions, a lot of spin, and the same disappointing results? If the Yankees want to be more than just participants come October, if they want to bring that 28th championship banner back to the Bronx, they can't afford to tiptoe around this deadline. The last few seasons have followed the same pattern: solid regular season performances, inconsistent playoff showings, and ultimately, early exits that leave fans wondering what could have been. And if this front office thinks it can patch holes with duct tape, while other contenders are loading up with elite talent, they are seriously misreading the moment. Let's go back to what the trade deadline is all about. It's not just about fixing what's broken. It's about setting the tone for the postseason. The message you send to your clubhouse when you bring in top-tier reinforcements is loud and clear. We believe in this team, and we're all in, but when you settle for fringe moves, when your biggest additions are depth pieces or analytically friendly projects, you're sending the exact opposite message. You're telling the players, you might be good enough, but we're not entirely sure. And that kind of doubt, it spreads, it festers, it chips away at morale. But before we continue, please remember to join our channel and give this video a like. Your support allows us to keep bringing you the latest news about the New York Yankees. Feel free to share your thoughts on the news in the comments. Whispers are swirling around the baseball world that Juan Soto, the dazzling Dominican outfielder currently dazzling fans with the New York Mets, might be on the verge of an unprecedented move, one that could reshape the future of the New York Yankees and possibly set a new benchmark in baseball contracts. Soto, already a legend in the making, has played for some of MLB's biggest franchises, including the Washington Nationals, San Diego Padres, and of course, the Yankees. But could His journey come full circle with a blockbuster deal that would make him the highest paid player. In the storied history of the Bronx Bombers, the buzz began when insiders hinted at the Yankees' growing interest in Soto as their next franchise cornerstone, known for his sublime hitting skills. Soto is no stranger to accolades. The 5-time Silver Slugger Award winner and 4-time All-Star has consistently proven himself as one of the most feared bats in the league. His ability to combine power with plate discipline has made him a true offensive force, and his young age suggests he still has many prime years ahead. Reports suggest the Yankees are exploring the possibility of a mega contract that could eclipse previous deals, signaling their intent to build a dynasty around Soto's extraordinary talents. Given the Yankees' history of investing heavily in star players, a lucrative offer for Soto wouldn't come as a surprise, especially considering the market demand for elite outfielders with a proven track record. If this deal materializes, it wouldn't just be a financial milestone, it could also be a cultural statement, ushering in a new era of dominance at Yankee Stadium. However, the Mets aren't likely to let Soto slip away without a fight. After all, he's been pivotal in their lineup, and losing a player of his caliber would create a significant void. The Mets front office might push back hard, possibly seeking a trade package that would strengthen their roster, or offering a contract extension that could rival any proposal the Yankees might present. Fans and analysts alike are buzzing about what this could mean for both teams. For the Yankees, adding Soto would instantly boost their offensive firepower, pairing him with other stars to form a formidable lineup feared across the league. For the Mets, holding onto Soto or negotiating a favorable trade could define their competitive window for years. While nothing is set in stone, the speculation alone has stirred excitement and debate among baseball circles. Could Juan Soto become the most expensive signing in Yankees history? Will this rumor turn into a reality that reshapes the balance of power in the MLB? Only time will tell, but one thing is certain: the saga of Juan Soto's next chapter is captivating the sport like never before. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to keep receiving exclusive news about the New York Yankees, please subscribe to our channel and give us a like. We always appreciate your comments and opinions. See you in the next video.